All right, let's jump right in. Today, we are looking at a branding strategy that is, well, it's really one of a kind. It smashes together two worlds you would absolutely never expect to see in the same sentence: high stakes, AI powered real estate, and a philosophy of being completely, and I mean completely, unbothered. So let's kick things off with this image. I mean, look at it. It feels like it should be the mascot for some super high-end fashion brand, right? Maybe a new internet meme. It's called Saint Capy, a post-ironic deity of leisure. But you gotta pay close attention to that expression on its face. That look is the key to this whole story. And this all boils down to two words: radically calm. This is the core idea. It's built on a concept the brand calls divine indifference. It's all about taking the chillest vibe on the planet and making it feel like absolute royalty. Now stick with me because this is headed somewhere you are not gonna see coming. So, what is the Saint Capy identity, really? Before we pull back the curtain on what it's actually for, let's just take a second to break down the brand itself, because honestly, it's pretty fascinating all on its own. So the brand's DNA, it is super specific. It's this mix of 1960s high fashion photography and just modern straight-up absurdity. It's aimed right at a generation that, prefers a good sense of humor over some giant corporate logo. The whole idea is divine irony. You take the craft of what you do seriously, but you never ever take yourself too seriously. And check this out. This just perfectly nails the character. Whether it's looking right at you or just glancing off to the side, the Saint Capy mascot always has this exact same expression. It's this look of total, regal, unbothered indifference. It's got way better things to do, but, it does them with incredible style. Okay, so at this point, you're probably thinking this is an explainer on some new clothing line or maybe a quirky lifestyle brand. Nope, not even close. This impossibly chill capybara is actually the face of something way different and a whole lot more high stakes. So let's do a hard pivot here and introduce the strategist behind Saint Capy. This is Germaine Kwek. For more than 16 years, Germaine Kwek has been mastering the incredibly complex, super fast-paced Singapore real estate market. So yeah, we're shifting gears from those chill vibes to some seriously deep experience. And we're not just talking about any agent. Her expertise covers the whole spectrum: HDB flats, private condos, you name it. And this is where things get really, really cool. She actually calls herself an AI Realtor. She's using artificial intelligence to model exit strategies, to crunch complex market data, and to give her clients these incredibly deep financial projections. Her entire approach is about taking the emotional guesswork out of what is, for most people, the biggest financial decision of their entire lives. So how on earth do you connect a data-obsessed, AI-powered real estate pro with a post-ironic, divinely indifferent capybara? Okay, let's bring these two worlds together. And there it is. Saint Capy is not a fashion brand. Not at all. It is Germaine Kwek's personal brand and the guiding philosophy for her entire real estate practice. That capybara, it represents the calm, patient, clear-headed thinking she wants her clients to have. It is basically the antidote to all the hype and panic that usually drives the property market crazy. And this slide just lays it all out perfectly. On one side, you've got the hardcore, data-driven expertise, 16 plus years in the trenches, AI-powered modeling and strategic planning. And on the other side, you've got the Saint Capy philosophy, making radically calm decisions, staying indifferent to all the pressure, and just focusing on the long term. It's a perfect marriage of logic and emotion. Okay, so what does this radical calm approach actually look like for someone who's, buying a house or investing in property? How does this work in the real world? Well, the difference is pretty stark. You've got the usual hype-driven way of doing things, which, let's be honest, just leads to emotional decisions and panic. And then you have the Saint Capy approach, which swaps all that chaos for a calm, strategic mindset that's backed by hard data and a really clear picture of your own finances. Her process is really all about empowering you, the client. It starts simple: just slow down and actually analyze your finances. Then you use that AI to get total clarity on the market. From there, you can look at your options without all that emotional pressure. And finally, you act with confidence, knowing you're following a solid, long-term plan. So let's get to the big question. Why does this very unusual combination actually work so well? What makes it such a memorable and effective brand? Here's the magic trick. Real estate is stressful. right? It's filled with confusing data, all these acronyms, and just massive amounts of money. By creating a character and a philosophy that champions calm, she completely humanizes the data. She's not just giving you financial value, she's giving you emotional value. She's giving you peace of mind. And her mantra it nails it. Strategizing homes, securing legacies. See, it's not about making a quick buck or a high-pressure sale. It's about thoughtful, long-term planning for your financial security. That is a seriously powerful and reassuring message. So, to wrap this all up, the big takeaway here isn't really just about real estate. It's actually a question for you. In a world that is full of constant noise and pressure, whether it's in your career, your finances, your personal life, what's your radical calm? What's your strategy for finding that unbothered, clear-headed space so you can make the absolute best decisions possible?